we're here with second all-time leading scorer, my right-hand man, my one of my good friends, not only my good friends, also technically my client, Antoine Davis. um, like, it's interesting to get this guy on the show because he doesn't like to do many things in front of the camera. And a lot of people have a certain perspective of how they look at Antoine. So this is one of the first times we're going to get the world to actually get to see the real Antoine Davis.
Because I'm shy.
Yeah, I guess that's it. But luckily, we get to get him out of that. So introduce yourself to the world, man. I mean, you're already introduced to the world, but, introduce yourself to IDontMakeTheRules, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm Antoine Davis from Birmingham, Alabama. Grew up, was born in Bloomington. Spent about 6 years there, 6 years in Birmingham, then another 6 or 7 years in Houston. Now I'm just finished playing my college career at Detroit Mercy. Now I'm with the Trailblazers for their G League team.
Okay. So pretty good example of who you are, I guess, right?
All
right. So I had some people drop some questions on Instagram. Basically, I posted a picture of us, and I said, what's some questions y'all want to ask Antoine, things like that. We're going to talk about a lot of different things on this show because, obviously, this is not just about basketball. This is just about life and people being real and being able to escape the other shit that's going on in the world. So, first of all, I need you to talk to me about your favorite artists. We have a lot of arguments about this consistently, man.
Nah, you argue with yourself.
Yeah, bro. So I want you to talk to the people about your music choice, why you dress the way you dress. You get what I'm saying? Your fashion is one of the more notable things across your Instagram, and a lot of people pay attention to that. So kind of want to get you to touch base on a little bit of that. So first off, start off with your greatest artist of all time.
Well, the greatest artist of all time to me is Drake, but my favorite is A$AP Rocky. I know I listen to a lot of Playboy Cardi and stuff like that, but middle school, A$AP Rocky was my favorite artist, and he was somebody that inspires me as far as fits and stuff like that. I love the way he dresses and stuff. So stuff like that. Then his music, I listen to all his music.
A$AP haven't dropped nothing recently, have you?
He's supposed to drop an album this year, but yeah, he ain't dropped in I think 2 years.
You could do that when you date Rihanna.
You can. And you don't care anymore about it like that, for real.
Yeah.
Really,
it's not his main focus, you know what I'm saying?
Now he's more into the fashion side,
right,
and clothing and stuff.
Okay.
So he's probably one of them. I like Pharrell as far as old school, rap and older rap, Kanye, stuff like that. Then I like them as far as fashion and stuff too, the way they dress and everything. Maybe not the shoulder pads. I wouldn't wear shoulder pads, but I like the other
I ain't gonna lie, them
stuff.
shoulder pads is hard as fuck.
No.
When I seen them, bro, I'm like, damn, I'll rock some shoulder pads downtown Detroit.
I couldn't. That's not cool. That ain't cool at all.
I'm like, bro, I definitely put some shoulder pads on, rock across Grand River.
Nah, that ain't it. No.
So Playboy Cardi, bro, talk to me about Playboy Cardi, man. A$AP Rocky or Playboy Cardi, if you can hang out with one.
I mean, they always around each other for real. So I mean, but if I had to, it'd probably be Rocky because that's my favorite artist.
Okay.
And we were born the same day too. He was just 10 years behind me. He's 34.
Okay.
24. So.
You really, that's your guy.
I know these things.
Okay, my bad. I'm just
I
saying.
gotta know these things.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my all-time favorite artist, chill, bro. Tupac, obviously.
I like Tupac. I just don't listen to Tupac anymore.
Greatest artist of all time, Tupac. But like currently, shout out to Rio, the young OG. He the greatest rapper to ever.
In Detroit.
He not even from Detroit. Look at you.
In Michigan.
United States. That nigga's a poet.
You say he's the greatest rapper in the United States?
And bro, nobody could freestyle with Rio. I'm on camera saying this now, and I like this. Pause. Rio, the young OG, is pound for pound the best freestyle rapper to go head to, like he could go head to head with anybody. And if he went head to head with some of these industry dudes, they'd be finished. I'm on camera saying that. Free Rio.
I rolled my eyes. You just can't see. But I do like Rio, though.
That's because you opium gang.
Not really. I'm just wearing black.
Oh, okay. So we got that. That's known.
I do say that, but like, I used to wear black. I've been wearing black for years, so.
I wear black a lot. Today I decided to be,
Yeah, you messed us up.
My bad, bro. My bad. I should have wore black. I typically wear black.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I dropped the ball today.
Yeah, you did.
Dropped the ball. So we were talking to G about it before. You're like you said, you're more of a shy guy. You don't talk about your accolades, things like that. Really take this time to actually talk about how many records you really got and what you were able to accomplish over your college career. Like, you don't got to be shy right now. You know, like, what's your I am him moment, and then that led you to become the college basketball player that you became?
Well, I broke Steph Curry's 3-point record freshman year. I think I have 134 threes. And he has like 125. Then Trae Young's below him, I think, at 123, something like that.
Okay.
Then next year, I was the quickest player in the school history to get to 200 made threes. Then third year, I averaged 24, 25 at least all 5 years I played in college. So
Right.
then my senior year is when I broke the all-time scoring record at Detroit Mercy.
Okay.
For most points. I have the most points out of everybody. Then I'm second all
Everybody.
time. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that's ever been through there.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay.
So then what's the next one?
You said second all time.
Yeah, second all time behind Pete Maravich in points, and I'm the all-time leading 3-point maker in NCAA history.
Okay. And you only 3 shy of Pete. I want y'all to know that.
Three
Like,
shy.
we ain't going to talk about it on this show just yet because we're going to let that be for ESPN when we really talk about it.
Yeah.
But I just want y'all to know that record was supposed to be shattered. But anywho, only dude I know to score 80 points over 2 games with only 2 free throws.
Yeah. And I have the most like double-figure games.
Yeah,
in
most
NCAA history.
Yeah. So I
It's
mean,
like the first game I ever played to the last game I ever played, I had double digits in every game.
never had under 10. Damn near under 15.
No, I had 12. It was against Wyoming.
Them boys must have locked you up, eh?
In his first game. It was my sophomore year, his first game. And then, like, you can't breathe up there. That's a real thing.
Okay.
So, like,
I feel like I remember that.
I was really tired. I was exhausted.
I thought that was your junior year.
We played them twice.
Okay.
We played them my sophomore year and then my senior year.
Okay. Yeah. So you said all 5 years you played in college, right? And a lot of people talk shit about you playing 5 years in college. And, you know, my rebuttal, a lot of people always say, you say that because that's your guy, boss. Your right-hand man's, you know, you manage him, whatever.
You
Tell
have to
me-
pause that. I knew what that
Yeah, all right, cool. But tell me, like, what that means as far as, like, nobody else gets criticized for being able to use the maximum amount of eligibility. Like, Christian Laettner, he stayed all 4 years in college, and I'm sure if he was able to have a fifth year because of COVID, he would have utilized that to be even more of a Duke legend than he was, right? And I can go on, the list can go on and on and on. So tell me how you feel about like people talking shit about that 5-year thing. Like, I know it doesn't really affect you because you don't let many things affect you, but like really just give your opinion on that.
I mean, 5 years of basketball. I know a lot of people want to play 5 years professionally, do stuff like that. It's like you're getting your education paid for no matter what, regardless of how many years you're there. And then like it's just I don't really understand how you can be mad about somebody playing 5 years of basketball.
Right.
There's people in college right now, 27, 28 years old playing. There's seniors in college.
Right.
Nobody talks about them.
Right.
So it's like,
well, they're not going to talk about them because they're not averaging 25, about to break a record.
Which probably doesn't help either. Because like, it's just more stuff to just talk about and more stuff to like downplay, like what I did or like what somebody's done by saying they played 5 years. Right. Or even playing for your dad. Like, I know people that played for their dad. I've been on AAU teams where like their dad was the coach and like
they still ain't do shit.
It didn't.
I'd have been on a couple of AAU teams where their dad was the coach. They getting every shot.
Yeah.
Still ain't working out.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I ain't never seen the big deal about it. I don't like that people talk about it like how it's you played 5 years, blah blah blah. You had to go like I prevented, like I started COVID.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't do anything about that. So
exactly. Exactly.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
I think it's even more weirder for the older guys, right, that have watched basketball for years on years on years, and they talk about like how college used to be so important and how it sucks that they let guys be one and dones and things like that, right? And then you have a guy like you who stays all 5 years, and now he's criticized for it. So, like, I've never really seen somebody get criticized for getting their education while doing good. Like, you're probably one of the most criticized people for doing good, if you really think about it.
Yeah, they ain't hating on you. Ain't doing that. You must not be doing something right. So
that's a fact.
I can't be mad about it.
That's a fact. That's a real fact. I love that. I love that. So, I mean, a little bit more. You just played your first summer league. And you had a different role as far as that. We won't go much into what you're about to do in Portland or anything like that. So what we'll talk about is just the difference between going from UAD to like going down to Vegas and preparing for something different with the NBA as opposed to being in Callahan Hall in them hot summers.
Yeah. Just like finding my niche and finding like what role I need to fit in with the team that I'm on. Obviously, going from starting every game in college to coming off the bench. I mean, I've came off the bench before, like for like my AAU team, like for the hoops when I was playing with other like 4.5-star, 5-star athletes, and I was a 3.5-star, 2-star.
Right.
So I was coming off the bench for them, but I mean, I was still scoring points because my dad.
What you do.
Yeah, that's what I do. And then my dad wanted me to quit because he was like, he didn't like that I wasn't playing, and he didn't like that I wasn't like, starting or whatever. I was like, I mean, it happens. I don't want to quit. If I quit now, I'm going to quit later on down the line. Right. If something gets difficult.
So that's kind of like, that's crazy because that's something I had written down that I wanted to touch base on earlier. But that's kind of like you learned early, like, I'm not about to let no bullshit affect me for who I want to be in my future.
Yeah, plus I've seen so much, like, with my dad, as far as, like, him coaching people. And, like, they just think about so much of like wanting to start instead of like finding their role and what they're good at and being able to excel in that.
Right.
And so I never wanted to be that guy. Like playing this summer league, I played the first game, then I don't play the second game. So I've never had to experience that before.
Right.
So it's different, but it's also just teaching me like how to like always just stay ready.
Right.
Just play no matter what, and like regardless of how it goes, you just gotta play.
Well, one of the things that I love about you as a basketball player is that a lot of people don't know this. You take 5,000 shots a day, right? And so you're addicted to the grind of being a basketball player, which is what really makes the best NBA players. Guys that really are addicted to being in the gym every day, working out, getting it in, some way, somehow. And so, like, one thing I know about you is it doesn't matter what's going on the night before. You don't feel right the next day if you don't go get some type of shots up in your day.
Yeah.
You know? So, from that standpoint, I think you're always going to be, like, staying ready. But, like, at an NBA level, what's the difference of, like, staying ready now, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, not even from, like, my experience, but just, like, in the NBA, you could play one game, do really good, and then not play the next 4, 5, 6 games down the line. Then you wonder, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Or it's just, but it's not necessarily you. It's just, this is how it is. Nobody really knows, like, what the NBA thinks all the time.
Right.
So
you just got to star in your role, right?
Yeah. You just got to star in your role and just always be ready to just compete no matter what.
So let's take a moment real quick to shout out Mike Davis, your dad, because that's what makes you a good basketball player, in my opinion, because you've been able to see so many different things because your dad's a college coach. So, like, I think that's kind of what separates you, and would you say that prepared you more so for NBA Summer League?
Yeah, because like I said, like, just the role standpoint, then playing and then not playing, and then playing the next 2 games, you feel like your rhythm's off, or you feel like you're a little off because you really haven't shot or did anything because you're thinking you're just going to continue to play.
Right.
And sometimes it's just not how it works. And so, like, even for next year when I have to play Summer League again, I know I'm going to have to be ready. I'm going to work out more on the side of practice when we go out there. Like, because when we go out there, we played, then we practiced like light, like an hour practice, 30 minutes, like walking through plays, and then we were done after that. And so I just go back to my hotel room and just was done too. And I've never ever did that before.
Right.
I've always at least like shot 500 shots, if not, or 1,000, if anything. Like, I've never not shot. And so now I feel like next year I'll be more prepared to stay ready and just go into gyms and just shoot and stuff like that, just no matter what happens, play or not play.
Yeah. So one thing about a lot of guys when it comes down to getting to that next level, especially when they've been that guy, that's where they have the biggest reality check once they get there, you know? So me and P actually talked about it. I had the luxury of being at some of your games and stuff like that. And I mean, just being the ultimate teammate is everything, because when you are that guy on the team and you have people on your team that aren't the ultimate teammate, you know from being the guy, it affects the team.
Mm-hmm. So you just, that's like, regardless of playing or not, you just always have to be like supportive.
Right.
Like, I don't fake my support. I always want to see people do better and get better and everything. I mean, I've always been like that. But, like, I mean, if you go from not even being the star player on a team from your college team, and then some people don't pan out because they think that's what they're supposed to be at the next level. And sometimes when you have max guys, like if you're a small forward,
right,
and you get drafted by the Lakers and LeBron's on the Lakers, you got to find you're not going to be the guy on the Lakers.
You're not.
It's not possible.
You're not.
And they're not
Shout
changing
out to Tristan Thompson.
And they're not changing nothing for you unless you prove that. And you can be the guy later on down the line. That's why you just got to just keep working no matter what, because you just never know.
Yeah. So stepping into that NBA realm, I'm gonna use this podcast to let y'all know that Antoine was a Suns fan before a lot of you Suns fans.
Since Jason Richardson.
So
Steve Nash.
There you go. Talk about your Suns.
I saw Sean Marion shoot that shot for anybody. For real.
Talk about your Suns, man. Go ahead. Speak them up. I know you can't do too much right now, but speak them up for a second.
Right now, I can't talk about the Suns as much, but that is my favorite team. I think they're going to be even better, too, this year.
Right.
Because they have so much scoring. They got Kevin Durant now, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, obviously.
They got your Bobo.
And they got Bobo.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they just get more bench players, like some good bench players that'll come in and score, because that was, like, their problem last year. They didn't have any, like, a good enough bench. Like, the box scores would be, like,
or maybe their bench wasn't being utilized the right way.
That, too. And, like, the stars would have all the points, and then you look at the bench, it's like one person has 8 points.
Right.
And that's that can win you regular season games, but that's not going to help you in the playoffs because you need most of the times when people come off the bench and like still apply the same pressure that the starters do, you end up winning. That's what the Nuggets did. They had Christian Braun coming off the bench scoring 11 points.
Right.
Like that helps.
What's interesting is we were actually at that game, his like breakout game in the season.
Yeah, against the Pistons.
Yeah, and he got some confidence, and we're kind of like, oh shit, if they go to the playoffs, he's gonna be a problem.
Because he's really good in college too.
Yeah, he's a winner. He's won every year of his life
yeah.
for like the last 5 years.
He's the only player to ever win a national championship, then come to the NBA and win an NBA championship in like within 2 years.
Yeah. Shout out to Christian Braun. Pretty good, dude.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. I mean,
winning a championship period is hard to do.
I mean, winning a high school championship is tough, let alone college, then NBA. Like, your life is just blessed, brother. He's a complete winner for the most part.
Yeah. I'm a, 2-time homeschool champion. For real.
So, for all my Michigan boys out there, we have this argument. Shout out to D. White, Bakari, y'all boys and y'all Southfield Christian boys. We have this argument all the time about state champions, Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D. And Antoine always gives his input of him being a 2-time state champion.
Because they think it's not important.
It's not that we don't think it's important. It's just he wasn't here in Michigan. So it's tough for us Michigan boys to look at them and give them the same type of respect when we know who was within that state at that time.
We beat the best prep school team ever put together.
Who's on the team?
Trayvon Duval, Mark Vidal, Billy Preston, Terrence Ferguson. NBA, 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 NBA. Especially in high school. That was the best team. They ain't lost to a Houston team in 5 years.
We'll give them boys credit because I need to see the tape. I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit. I believe you, man.
I can look it up.
I believe you, man.
You're not going to see all my highlights. I had 30 points, but they weren't worried about me. I literally sat in the corner and shot the ball.
I mean,
and
shit.
Floaters.
Shit, I know about you being able to shoot it.
I was playing with the best point guard in the state of Texas at the time.
Who was that?
J.J. Caldwell.
Okay.
And then DeAndre Williams, who played at Memphis this past year.
So I'm glad you said Memphis because that's the next thing I was about to touch base on. Like, what's your perception on mid-major? Like, they need to take these guys more serious. You know, we got Lil Bro Ryan, who over in Washington, mid-major player who's gonna make a real impact in the NBA.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jamal, he made his noise when he jumped into the league at times, you know, with his two-way. And the list goes on and on. Those are just some Michigan guys from around the corner that I mentioned, let alone other mid-major guys. So tell me, like, your perception on mid-major and how people need to, like, kind of look at that.
Right. It does not matter where you go to school. If you're good, they find you. It's always been like that.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say about it.
Hey,
Simple as that.
Hey, there you got it. You got it right there. You know. Yeah, so I'm not gonna even. I had a lot of people comment on that Instagram post that I made, and they were like, "Ask Antoine like how he feels about staying at UAD instead of transferring," and like that. I guess that kind of sums it up, right?
Yeah.
Like because a lot of people were saying like, "Oh, he could have went to Kansas State." Could have been him and Marquise Noel. And, I mean, you made the decision that you made.
Yeah, I mean, I was, like, close, like, really close to transferring. Like, super, super close.
But Mike Davis got a hold on him.
Nah.
Mike Davis, man. You got to love Mike Davis, dude.
It wasn't that. It was, like, I just had done so much for Detroit.
Right.
I just really didn't feel like it felt wrong to play somewhere else.
I mean, this is home for you.
Yeah, it is. It
definitely
is.
You got to meet some of the best people in the world, man.
Yeah.
So the best people in the world.
Yeah.
So, again, back to the fashion. It's something I want to touch base on too. Who the best dressed person in the league right now?
Shay.
No question. No
I
argument.
won't say no question because there's definitely people that in the NBA that can dress, but like he's the best.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's the best.
Who's second?
I can't even think of one.
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams. Bobo.
Bubble?
I give credit to tall people that can dress because it's hard to find stuff that you could wear.
Serge Ibaka. He been known for it. He been putting that shit on for years.
That's what I'm saying. He has a different, I've never really looked at him dress before, so I don't really know. But I'm more look at the current,
Hey, yo. We're going to take a second right here to say that Antoine's always trying to put it out as if I live in the past. I'm so old with everything. So that's why you're talking about the current right there. Serge Ibaka been dressing for a long time, man.
I didn't know that, so I'm glad you told me. I had no idea. Now when I go look and see he's wearing the fit, I'll be like, I won't be surprised.
So another question that was on there, man, it was how do you put up with Nate?
Who asked that question?
Shout out to Brandon Caros at the compound.
How do I put up with you?
Yeah, man, that was what he asked, man. And we could take this moment also to say what I don't make the rules means to you.
Okay. Well, I'll answer the first one first. I don't know how I put up with you, I'm going to be honest, but I'll say this. I mean, as crazy as you are, you mean well. So I respect that, seriously. So
Whatever that
you're
means.
crazy as shit, but I still respect. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So
Whatever that means.
it's a compliment.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
It's a compliment. Sorry for giving a compliment.
No.
Appreciate it.
You heard it. So, I don't make the rules.
What does it mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've been saying it since you ever said it that you make them, but
Wait.
what it means to me, what it means to me is it's self-explanatory, really. I don't make the rules. Stuff happens. I don't make the rules for it, so
Right.
you know what I'm saying. It definitely is a lifestyle, because you for sure don't There's no rule book saying that. You know what I'm saying?
You make the rules.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I do stuff. I can't do certain stuff. It's a rule that I can't do something. So,
Right.
I don't know.
It's something that's really set in motion. That's it. Like when I had Caleb and Marco in here, they acted kind of crazy when I asked them. They were like, "Oh man, bro!" They got nervous, So you went in depth about it. I appreciate that, man. There's been plenty of times we've been out and some stuff happens, and we kind of
I was an academic All-American.
Hey, yeah,
For
go.
real.
Hey, 3.8 GPA throughout college, man. Right? Yeah. I mean, hey, congrats to you, brother.
Thank you.
Congrats to you. So, I always take this time when I'm on the show to talk about. When the other episode I did that. So I gotta ask you, if it was one celebrity, female celebrity, obviously, that you could be like, yo, get to take her on a date. I'm about to put that shit on. This is my one chance to get her. Who would it be? Because you may have hey, I don't make the rules, right?
Exactly.
Hey, those are hey, okay, all right. Is there a close second?
I can't think of one, but probably, but I don't know. So.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I mean, for me, you know, I'm quick to always speak on Scarlett Johansson. Or I mean,
I like. Wasn't she in? She was Black Widow, right?
yeah.
That's not bad.
No, not bad at all. But then at the same time, like, I like Laura London. So, shout out to Nunu and ETL.
She's from Atlanta.
I don't know. She just played Nunu and ATL. That's all that matters. Like,
Oh, that's what you meant. I didn't know what you meant. My bad.
hey, bro. Wild boy.
Bro, why are you eating a snack while I'm eating my snack, bro?
Bro, come on, dude. Like, it's not the time to
You
be.
just saw me pick these up, bro.
Bro, it's just snack time. You know?
Okay.
So, we're in Pluto's Children together, where we have Caleb, Marco, T Money, Tavares, Mac, Sensational,
New
member. Shout out to him. And Houdini AP.
Houdini.
Tell me, like, that with that group forming your senior year, your last year of college, like, how did that, like, play a part into you wanting to come back into, like, Michigan and just, like, really seeing, like, the depths of people and the relationships that you've created and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. I have, like, basically friends for life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people I'm always going to talk to. Talk to AP. Like, forever, I feel like. And, like, I got people like Bo. My dog, he played with me my freshman and sophomore year. And Marquise, freshman, sophomore year. So, I still talk to them to this day. Like,
right.
FaceTime, everything. So, like, I definitely developed a lot of, like, close friendships with the guys that came through. Most of them. You know, so.
Like genuine friendships.
Like genuine friendships. Like, my boy Juan, he played my freshman year. He was a walk-on. And he has a brand now, Plus NYC.
Shout out to Plus NYC.
Yeah. And so, you know, he's been doing his brand. I've known him since then. He's been doing his brand since then, and it's slowly grown. And you see people supporting it and wearing his stuff. I mean, he has hard stuff, so
right.
He's a genuine friend to me. He texts me a lot about, like, he knows when I play, he'll text me and be like, you know what you got to do,
right?
Stuff like that. And so, like, Summer League, I mean, he's just been very encouraging, so.
Yeah. And I think that's big for you, considering the fact that your dad was a college coach, and so you had to move kind of rather quickly and when he got a new job kind of thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, I still got friends at Alabama, you know. Shout out to my Alabama, my people down there.
Mm-hmm.
I got friends in Houston. Shout out my boy Quincy, you know.
I know Quincy a little bit.
Quincy's funny.
Quincy funny as hell.
I
See
love
me on
Quincy.
Need for Speed, nigga.
I love Quincy for real. Pause.
Pause.
But, like, you know, that's like my brother. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
He think he Giannis now, cause like he didn't bulked up, he got stronger and shit. So he think
Nigga who?
he used to. 6'10".
That nigga 6'10"? He act like a little 6'5" nigga though.
No, he's 6'10".
Remind me a little bit of Minty Mike.
He's actually really good. Like,
You just don't care about it.
I mean, I wouldn't say he didn't care about it, just like he got put in like
Bad
bad
situation.
situations. So
Okay.
it's like,
Why Mike Davis ain't fuck with him? Bad question. I don't make the rules.
I don't like the rules. I'm not the coach. I can't.
So yeah, I'm glad. Like, I talk to people a lot about that. Like, why UAD was so important to you and a part of you staying in Michigan, because this is one of the first places where you were able to create your own legacy for you without your dad being a part of it and everything like that. You know.
Yeah.
So even though he's still a part of it in a second, so I named this episode "The Real AD" because you know a lot of people call you AD, and
That's my new nickname now.
Oh, for real?
The Trailblazers gave me that nickname.
AD?
I've never been called AD ever.
Really?
because of Anthony Davis.
Right.
So I never been called it. And they started calling. I responded to it too. Like I responded to it the first time I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I really don't.
What would you prefer, Twan?
That, I mean, I actually like AD. Like, it's a cool nickname to have.
AD for 3.
But it's signatured already. Like,
Yeah.
he has it. And he wears number 3.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So, I'll make the rules, bro.
Oh, God. AD 57.
Nah, I'm not wearing 57.
What number you want to wear?
5.
Why?
Looks cool.
I wanted something way better than that. I thought he was going to say something deep as hell, like, 5 years, blah, 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 or some shit. Like, it looks cool. Like, fuck.
Just 5
Right.
or 9.
I like 9. I like 9 a lot.
Yeah, number 9.
I like 9.
It's a clothing brand.
Okay.
Number 9.
What's your favorite clothing brand?
It's okay. I messed up like a couple times.
It's okay. It happens. Players fuck up.
We edited it out anyway.
Well, nah, we'll keep it. People want to see the real shit.
Raw.
Pause. That's crazy.
crazy.
That was crazy.
I thought about it too, and I was like, I didn't.
That was crazy, bro.
I really didn't want to say it, but I said it.
Yeah. Hey, G, pause. You got to throw a pause right there. Yeah.
Do you have a button for that?
No, we're going to get that. We got to get that one day. It's just going to be like pause.
You should use my voice for it. Pause. You feel me? Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Okay, what were you saying? My favorite clothing brand?
Yeah, favorite color. Yeah.
I really don't have a favorite. I have some like favorites. I like Capital. I just started liking Balenciaga like that because I really don't like.
Shout out to AP. He wasn't into that until you start putting him on.
Yeah. I'm rolling my eyes again. Can't see him. But no, yeah, he's definitely a reason why I started wearing it a little bit more. Cause I really didn't like it. Cause I don't think designer can make you dress.
Right. I agree with you.
You wear a lot of designer, that doesn't mean you can dress.
Right.
That's why I just wore a lot of like street brands and stuff like that, Supreme and stuff like that. Just regular graphic t-shirts. I like a lot of my homies' brands, like my homie Stacks. I like Sleazy's brand that he has. I like all the Instagram
Vault
people
Studios.
that make Vault Studios. Like I like stuff like that. Like designer, like this doesn't mean you can dress. This doesn't mean you can dress.
No.
It's like how you put it together. It's how that's how you dress. Like, so.
He telling you the code to dressing for all you non-dressing motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
He just gave you some code, bro. So take that game. You ain't gonna get that everywhere.
For Detroit, yeah.
Oh.
No more purple jeans.
And Big B's.
And Alexander McQueen's.
And Montclair jackets.
White t-shirts.
Yeah. Kind of over it.
Wife beaters. I got one on.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, that's crazy, bro.
Mine's not like a regular wife beater. I'm not going to show it because that's crazy. Just know, like, no.
It's a lot of people dressing pretty bad out here. The worst thing is, like, when we go to the club or something and you see somebody who really think they got that shit on.
Because it's designer.
Yeah, and they, like, really don't got that shit on. And 9 times out of 10, they really trying to show you they got that shit on.
But they don't.
Right. Like, nothing pisses me off more than a man who has, like, a Gucci or Louis Vuitton belt on and he tuck his fucking shirt in. I hope he trips every time.
That's crazy. Why you want to trip? He just want to show off his belt.
And show off your forehead when you fall.
I don't make the rules, bro.
Oh, God. Like, I'm just saying, like, like, if you got it on, you got it on. If you got it like
You
that,
don't
you got
gotta
it like
show,
that.
like, you don't gotta show the belt.
Yeah, like, if you be smooth with it.
Like, I have a crazy belt, and I don't tuck my shirt in to show the belt. But I have a nice belt.
Right. Like, if the shirt allow you to see it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, shit,
say I raise my arms up, you gonna see my belt.
Right.
Like,
But I'm not walking through.
Don't tuck your shirt in.
Right. Walking through Annex with that shit tucked in.
We're going to prom.
Yeah. You ain't even tuck your shirt in at school. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, you don't tuck your shirt in at school.
And now you tuck that
because you got to
shirt
wear
in.
corduroys at school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Yeah. Like, it's just wild.
no
to
belt
me.
required.
Nah.
You don't need a belt for corduroys anymore.
Nah. Say that again?
You don't need a belt for corduroys anymore.
No. What you call them?
Corduroys. That's how you say it.
I say it kind of different, but I don't know
I'm
if
from
I'm saying
Alabama, bro.
I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, so I don't even want to say it on air.
I'm from Alabama, bro.
Okay, that could be your excuse. I don't make the rules.
Corduroys.
All right.
It do sound weird.
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
Corduroys.
Yeah. But, I mean, hey,
I think I'm saying it right.
we'll look it up later. I mean,
make the
later.
rules.
Yeah. So, you got a dog named Milo. Talk to me about Milo.
Shout out Milo. Shout out Emily.
It's crazy.
I have a little family,
Okay.
so I love them a lot too. So
Okay. Go on, man. Talk to me about Milo, man. You got the little family.
he's bad.
All right.
He's bad, but he's getting like so much bigger, boss.
I don't think you have to pause that. You're talking about your dog.
Just making sure.
Nah, actually, I'm glad you paused that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad you paused that.
See
It
what
would
I'm
have been
saying?
crazy. Would have been crazy if I watched it back later on and I seen you just like say that. Whoa.
So like,
This dude's wilding.
but he's growing a lot.
There you go. Yeah. So
Sounded crazy to me.
being a dog father is something different for you, right?
Yeah, he'd be waking me up at 8 in the morning to take him out. Me,
Right.
not Emily. Me,
Right.
crazy.
How you gonna deal with that when it's time for you to hoop?
I've been dealing with it. I did it during the season, so because we got him February,
Right.
so like kind of like a couple games left, like 9 games left conference
Right.
when we got him and took him out, whatever. But I mean, he's getting better though too. He's like way more potty trained now. Emily potty trained him like really well while I was gone.
That's the main important part right there, making sure that your shit.
Like
doesn't
I'm glad
fuck
he
up.
wakes me up to use the bathroom instead of just
Right.
using the bathroom.
Yeah.
I hate cleaning up piss.
Yeah. Oh. It's not the move. So what? Yeah, I'm glad I'm actually looking at this because now shout out to Candace Rich and her luxury homes. But what if you had to like choose a dream city to be able to buy your future crib in once you make it established in the basketball world? Where would you buy your crib at?
So I got like 3 places.
Mm.
Houston being one of them.
Okay.
Birmingham, Alabama being another one.
Should have said Michigan.
I was.
I was gonna say Birmingham, Michigan.
Okay. Birmingham, Michigan too.
All right,
I was
cool.
going to say Michigan.
Yeah.
Obviously wasn't going to say McNichols. I want a dream house there. No offense, but-
Yeah, I mean,
It's not a good place to have the big mansion. Just saying.
well, technically,
There's some good houses over there.
Palmer Woods do got the mansions over there. Shout out to Adam Sabri.
Yeah, his house is nice.
Yeah, so like all them, like but I do feel you, Birmingham, Michigan.
Just want to be in a
Yeah,
Good
just I'll make the yeah, good schooling district.
yeah
How you put that?
around good people,
Yeah.
great people.
Yeah, I mean that's the best way to put it. So, what's your favorite moment of like adulthood so far? Like, not necessarily basketball, not necessarily just anything to do with that. Just like your favorite moment of like just being an adult and being able to like do something that you really wanted to do. So for me, right, like one of my favorite moments would probably be just being able to like travel to Summer League and like do whatever the hell I want. You get what I'm saying? Like no matter what's going on, I know that moment every summer, that's my thing that I'm going to do, right? So like what's that moment for you as an adult?
Just like not being able to like, or not having to ask like your parents for nothing anymore.
Right.
Like I don't have to ask I don't need any money from my mom. I don't need any money from my dad. I'm good.
Right.
Like, so, and I've always wanted to be independent with that. Like even from like 17, 18, like really 16 too. Like just like wanting to, I think that's when the PS4 first came out.
Yeah.
Just wanted to buy my own PS4, getting money to buy my own PS4.
Right.
Like, I didn't want my parents to do anything for me. Like, my dad has money, obviously, from coaching and stuff like that. But, like, and he does stuff for me, but, like, just, like, not having to ask him to do anything for me, it's like, that's important. That's like a flex.
So, wait, one of the questions on Instagram that was asked was about the Youngstown situation.
I can't talk about that.
Okay.
But things were said that obviously it's an emotion of the game, but you don't say those things.
So
that's as far as I'll put it.
So the thing that you say would be, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules.
I can't talk about it.
Right. Okay.
And it's crazy because in the summertime, this past summer in Vegas, we worked out together.
Okay.
And we're cool working out. So I was like, just something that happens in basketball.
Right.
It's like thinking like you see Shaq and
Dwight Howard.
No, not Dwight Howard. Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
They fought each other during the game.
Yeah.
Like fist fought too, not like just like what that was.
Yeah, no, like they cost each other
fist
thousands
fought.
of money or $1,000.
And now they work together on a show.
Right. So, one of the other questions was who was the best player you faced in college and who was the dirtiest team in the Horizon?
Drew Timmy's the best player I played against in college.
Shout out to Drew Timmy, another 5-year player who gave it his all.
Justin Miller, this is no diss to you because there's nothing you could have did. He's 6'11". You know, you're 6'6", like you were 6'6" playing the big. Like, it was gonna happen, but he had 24 points, and he did not miss a shot.
Shout out to Drew Timmy. I am a huge fan of your work in basketball.
He's 13 for 13.
And I'm not a fan of any. Yeah, that's
one or the other.
How many rebounds?
Like 10.
Yeah, I knew he doubled it.
Didn't miss a shot.
Yeah. He had a burger with a side of fries. It's crazy.
By far.
Dirtiest team in the Horizon? Probably Cleveland State.
And I wouldn't even say them necessarily because just they play hard. I wouldn't even call it them being dirty. Like, they just play extremely hard.
Right.
Like,
I want to take
that's why
this
they
moment
win.
to
That's
kind
why
of
they win because they just play so hard.
OU isn't a dirty team.
No, it's not.
So, yeah.
OU was somewhere I was going to go to school.
Right. Y'all hear
Out
him
of high
talking
school.
about that. You hear him talking about that. So y'all Grizzly Bears, I think he hates y'all, man.
I really don't hate y'all. I really was thinking about going there.
And
That was
saying
like
that.
one of my second options too.
Right. This is on air. He's saying this, man. He got love for the Grizzly Bears, so y'all don't got to be weird.
I have friends
towards
over
me.
there now.
Yeah. You want to shout
Long time friends, really.
You want to shout something out?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Shout
Trey
them
Townsend,
out. Yeah.
Blake,
Yeah.
Jalen,
Yeah.
like Rocket.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you know, he got love for the Grizzly Bears, man. That's what that come down to. But shout out to
I
my
like
boy.
Campy too. Campy
Yeah.
cool.
I like Campy kind of.
Like he's a really good coach.
Yeah, he's good at
knows
what he does.
He's really good at coaching. He's a really good coach.
It's what you said earlier. You were
I
like,
respect him.
if you're not doing something good, like you know you're doing something good when they hate you.
Yeah.
So like there it is, you know, with that. But one of the last things we're gonna talk about is like your biggest inspiration, like in your life. So I know your grandma is very important to you. I know the difference of how you play when your grandma would be at certain games as opposed to when she wasn't. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be your grandma because your grandma is definitely still inspirational to you.
Yeah.
But like, what's like your biggest inspiration right now? I know you got 44 tattoo as well. So go.
It'd definitely be my dad because like he's the reason why I work as hard as I work.
Right.
And where I got a work ethic from.
Right.
Like just seeing him watch hours and hours of film, staying up till like 5 a.m, night before games, and watching film in the living room. He does it to this day.
Yeah.
Still. He's been
Again,
coaching
shout
for,
out to Mike Davis, man.
He's been coaching for 30-something years, and he does the same things.
One of the best basketball minds I've ever been around, and one of the very few people in this world who can make me just shut the fuck up. like shout out to Mike Davis, man.
Yeah, I mean, he knows a lot, so I mean,
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything he says, but he knows that. But he does know a lot, like especially with basketball.
And I want to say this too, just in case you see this, Mike Davis. He's been giving a lot of credit to you lately, saying how you were always right about a lot of different things, you know. So, you know, even if he may not tell you in person, he's saying it on camera.
Yeah. Like when somebody says, "Huh," when you ask them something, especially if it's something they don't want to hear.
If you can hunt, you can hear.
You can hear.
Yeah.
If you can hunt, you can hear.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments of your dad is when he told me, he say, Nate, you get to cooking soup, it be real good. Then you get to adding the extra shit in it.
And you mess it all up.
And then you mess it all up. You had a soup good enough to cook for everybody, then you added the extra shit and messed it all up, man.
Then the auditioning for a role.
Oh yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah, nah, he ain't told me that. He told.
That was
yeah, I was just there for that. He told somebody. He said, Nate, a lot of these players out here be auditioning for roles that they ain't never gonna get. Like it's like that's one of the best statements I've ever heard from a basketball coach.
It is.
Yeah, and it's very true because like that applies to. I always say people play basketball the way they live their lives, so that applies to a lot of people in life as well. Like they're auditioning for roles they ain't never gonna get. You know, so that's kind of
the 1 year we played Oakland. It's my sophomore year. We lost at home, and so like he knew already that like win, lose or draw, we were gonna go out that night after the game because it's a rivalry game. Like this is a rivalry game. We're not gonna, you know,
yeah.
You're still gonna go in, you know, frat houses, whatever, baseball parties, softball, whatever. You know, you're gonna go out. And so we were in after the game. The game ended at like 9:00. Yeah, like 9:00. We were in there till exactly 12:00 at night. The first hour and a half was him yelling and like just yelling at us, mad about us, calling us soft, everything, all that. The last hour and a half, he said, I know y'all boys want to go out too, so I'm gonna keep y'all in here till 12:00 when everything ends.
Because he knew it was gonna take y'all another 45 to get to UAD. Then another.
No, we were at home though, so we were at UAD.
Yeah. Okay.
If we were at Oakland, they kicked us out and told us we gotta go.
Right.
But we were at UAD, so we sat there. They done brought food in for us because we get food after the games. The food cold. We're still wearing our sweaty jerseys and shorts.
Mike Davis a legend, man. You're a legend. You're a legend. And that's why I be telling y'all, like I speak your dad up a lot to a lot of people. Like, and that's why I got a lot of respect for you as a basketball player, because a lot of you guys, your dads are just AAU dads, and you know they legends in their own respective area. Your dad went to a national championship within his first year as a coach.
Oh yeah, he's crazy as hell, but he knows like, and that's a lot of coaches now. Like, Campy's not gonna change his style for you.
No.
How he coaches for you. My dad's not gonna change his style for you.
Yeah.
What's the coach at West Virginia?
Oh,
Bob Huggins.
Yeah.
He's not gonna change for you.
Or Izzo.
Izzo's not gonna change for you. Kevin Sampson's not gonna change for you. Like the way they've coached all their years they've been coaching, especially since like they've been coaching like head coaching, they're not gonna change what they've did over the years for you.
Same thing with Rick Pitino. He coming back into the game right now too.
And that's why, and they won. They win.
Yeah.
They win big.
Yeah.
He's at Loyola Chicago or something like that, right?
No, he's actually going to St. John's right now.
Okay. But he was at Loyola Chicago and they were winning.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to change how they, like people think coaching, AU coaches coaching them too hard. When you get to college, it's like a different level. You're going to want to leave the first day if you're not prepared for it.
Right. Right.
Like, and that's just what it is. Like, you think you're going to come in there because you came on a visit and he was smiling at you and, you know, you eating that Ocean Prime. you think it's going to be sweet when you walk in there until you're not producing for them. Like, you're not producing for him.
Right.
and you're not going hard or something, like
It's kind of like that
they
new
gonna cut you.
girlfriend. Like, of course, I'm gonna take you out on dates and stuff when we first get to going and stuff like that. But the moment you start pissing me off and you're not being a good girlfriend, them dates gonna stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Anyway, I don't make the rules, man. We gonna go ahead and end the show right here, but I want to make a special shout out. Any shout outs you want to give to anybody? Anything you want to say?
no, not just shout out to my supporters, really. All the people
Right.
that support me.
Right.
Like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to support anybody, but you feel like you support me, you love basketball, you love the way I play and stuff like that. So I mean, and you follow my journey still. Like I just really appreciate that. Shout out my family, Pluto's children, just everybody.
Shout out to the game.
All my guys, all the guys I play the game with. Just everybody.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming on the show. Much love, brother. You know how we locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? Just for the camera, just say I see that. That's real gang shit. Shout out to Goat Media, Pierre.
Yeah.
Shout out to G. Much love to you. We still don't got love for Steph Curry. Appreciate
it.
I tried to catch it. I didn't catch it.
That's you speaking for yourself too.
What?
I like Steph Curry. I like Steph Curry.
I mean, I like Klay Thompson more. But shout out to all the people that support me as well. And that's a wrap for the show. I don't make the rules, man.
I do. I make them.
Shut up.